Greetings, family. Welcome back to my channel. Now we are going to get in here with this next skit that we have been waiting for because so many of us, before I get started, so anxious. We're having an amazing Thursday. What I love to call Thankful Thursday because there's so much to be grateful for. So definitely, you contemplated what you thankful for today. There's so much, but it may be something in particular that you are so excited about that maybe you didn't think would go through, but the Lord didn't forget you. So congratulations if that happened. And yeah, I'm happy, and I'm sure that's something that you are definitely thankful for. Except, we always have the giving, our families, our friends, the fact that we have a roof over our head, we have food to eat when so many don't. We're still breathing, we still opened up our eyes. So yes, I am thankful for all of that because there's so many people out there that's doing much worse off than me. So when I see that, I know that my problems is nothing compared to others. So I hope we are having an amazing, thankful Thursday. I took off the day, y'all. I took off the day because I wasn't feeling too good. But like I said, I am breathing. I'm alive. So whatever pains I was going through, whatever didn't make me feel good, I'm still blessed, nevertheless. But I'm glad I get to hop in with my family today and not be at the plantation grinding. So here we go. So welcome to all new subscribers. Before we get started, please like, share, tag, subscribe, and let's get in here and discuss, comment, share, give your perspective, because sometimes we don't always think the same, right? We don't always agree. But one thing we're gonna be is not rude. We're gonna always respect one another's opinions. Okay. So I am super excited to get to this next skit because many of you, like myself, feel that Angelina did something to that test, right? We've always suspected. Now, Amanda dropped that seed on Amber, and now she's pushing Anthony to go out there and get that DNA. This is the time. This is the time. We have suspected this for a year now. So I'm ready to get, we knew that yesterday Anthony came to Shaylee, talked about it. She was pissed off, or was that early this morning? She was really pissed off, went off on him, blamed, I know it's your big head wife. She always calling Amber names. And ever since, she went over there, she let Kai go over there. She had a feeling that it was going to be something stirred up. And now Amber put this DNA stuff into his mind, which is true. She ain't lying, because Amber did. Particular skit, I'm not gonna review it, but I'm sure you saw it before this one. That's why I knew she was gonna go to Angelina, because Kai wasn't there. Why does he just feel a need to just walk into her place? I know he's paying rent, but at the same time, instead of to save a trip from going over there, you could say this stuff over the phone. But I guess because it's a skit, they gotta do it in person. But he can check before he call. Is Kai there, or is he at your mom's? Yes, he's here. Then go see him. Because 9 times out of 10, every time he goes to see that baby, he's not there. Then he's faced to have a discussion with her. Now, you already brought up the thing with the paternity. With the child support, which she didn't mind about talking about child support because, it was about benefiting her. She felt that it wasn't a need for it. So that's why he brought up child support, but it had nothing to do with DNA. The point of the child support was about the DNA. He can still request from the court child support, and they would do the DNA anyway. I don't know why Anthony would let his right hand know what his left hand doing, because you don't have to say anything to her. Just do what needs to be done, or request that when you go for this name change, if the court don't automatically do it. We already said that. So we knew that she wasn't. And she always calls him out on his mess. And I'll give Shayla this. She knows how to check Anthony. Check in a way where he has nothing. He cannot manipulate Shayla the way, which, like, the two relationships are totally opposite. Shayla almost plays that role better than Amber. She may speak life into him. She may keep it positive and calm. But the way he can gaslight her and the way he can manipulate her and change her mind from anything with a comment, compliment or money, it really pisses me off. So we're gonna get in here now and see what Angelina says, because let me tell you something. Her reaction will tell us everything as to whether or not he tampered with that test. Okay, so let's get in here. Whether she tampered with that test.
Thank you. Once he wakes up, then I'm going to take him to the fair.
Hi, son. Oh, Anthony just came over.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked me for another DNA test.
What?
Look at the face,
I'm
y'all.
like, Anthony,
Look at the face.
please don't come over to my house starting mess. Like I'm at peace. I'm happy for once. What do you mean you want another DNA test? And he said, well, you and your mom handled the first DNA test, and I just need official paperwork because I'm a businessman and, I have to have my paperwork straight. I'm like, you're such a
She's
liar.
scared. Look at her,
Amber is
y'all.
over there
Look,
pretending
look.
in
She
her
said, "Oh my
head that
God."
I
She
was
said, "Oh
doing
my God."
something. And you think I'm
She did it,
stupid.
y'all.
So all of a sudden, out of thin air.
Look at the fear. It's written all over her face. We knew it. We knew it. It's written all over her face. She's shaking her head. Lord, no. Oh my God, because this is her biggest nightmare. Everything is about to hit the fan with Angelina. You can see on her face everything that she maneuvered with this test. This is not something that, because she would have said something out loud like, oh my God, he's going to know what we did. She's not saying anything to Shayla because Shayla don't know what her mother did. She trusts her mother, and she wouldn't think that she would stoop this low. Like, okay, we're going to find out who the test is. But remember, Angelina held off until the next day. She didn't want to just have him call. Shayla wanted to call right then and there. We have the results of the test. She said, wait till tomorrow. Shayla didn't even question why she wanted to wait till the next day. Remember? Because Angelina wanted to do something with those papers, and then she sealed it up. But Angelina is a mess. She's been working evil for the longest. She's probably helped Brody with a lot of schemes when it came to business. That's why, regardless of what she did or how she talked to him, she always um probably been a little difficult, but she always helped him in the past, probably with meth too. And there's a lot of things that Shayla has no idea about when it comes to her mother. Things they've done, her and Patty running back in the day. Remember, we never got the storyline with the brother that was running for mayor. They killed that storyline. Ali. Ali knew her Pam and back in the day doing stuff, but we never they tossed that storyline right out the window. Guess Ali busy on other projects that never came back. But they brought up something back then with the past, something that went down in New Orleans. That was all hush hush. They never said nothing else about that, but we remember. I She knows a lot of stuff. Angelina has been doing a lot of scamming, and she did this unbeknownst to Shayla. And now the fear is all in her face. Look at her.
You want another DNA test for no reason.
Yeah, that's Amber's doing for
She
because
outdoor.
she is clearly losing her marbles, whatever she had up there. He knows that
And
Kai
I'm
is
like,
Kai
Anthony,
Dalton.
do you think that you're going to rewrite the story of your marriage? You're going to disown your only son, your flesh and blood, over this woman? Really?
Mm.
This
No,
is
that's
his
not
wife.
really him. Anthony has a head full of hot air, and Amber just blows it and blows it and blows it.
Leave my son out of it. I don't care about their marriage over there.
This is true, but remember, she has no leverage. When he sees her for who she really is, whenever the light comes on in his head, then he'll see how divisive she's trying to be in separating him from his own son and separating him from his own care. She's not serious. see for himself that she's not this little there's a wife that he's hoping for.
Well, he knows that she's in a relationship.
Girl, I'm talking about that. That's water under the bridge.
Change this.
Bottom line is, I hate some of that. Is
Mom, I'm just over this drama. I'm over it. I can't believe Anthony would ask me that. Or
It's on,
insinuate
y'all.
that we're
It's
not
on.
being truthful about a text. Like, what are you saying?
Yeah.
You and your mom handled it. What does that mean? Kai is your son.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start thinking a little bit about the longer game.
Now, what does that mean? See, she's saying we got to think about the longer game. What does she mean by that? Put in the comments what you think. This is why I told y'all I would not be surprised, especially after Kai's party too, when she had the argument with Pam and Brody, and she was talking to Brody about some things about their first million and all of this kind of stuff. They have money. They have money, her and Brody. I would not be surprised if she's the mystery buyer of that theater. The other business partner they don't know about, because she made sure in that deal, remember that they sold it, but they also kept 20% of the profit, because she's smart. She knows Anthony got that property. It's, you know, Wayne invested in that property. She knows their business from Shayla. So she knows he's a good businessman. He makes a lot of money. So she didn't mind that investment, but she wants to keep Anthony making money from that and her making money, because with that investment, it can help to secure Kai for the long haul. So it maybe it'll seem a little far-fetched for some of y'all, but I would not be surprised if she's a mystery person that they sold it to. Because they not broke by a long shot. And this is getting really interesting, what she's planning to do for the long haul. She wants to lock in money just in case something comes up. Angelina now has to get those wheels turned to figure out how she's going to either stop this whole DNA test, which she can't do anything about that. Who she knows and whatever string she can pull, or she going to pull it. But enough is enough with this storyline.
Don't let it destroy your joy for the day.
The truth got to come out.
We'll deal with it. It's no big deal because we already know that this is his son. So you go ahead and skedaddle. I know you've got somewhere to be. Do not. Let me see. Where's that smile? There's my girl. Come on, don't let it steal your joy. I'm gonna get him.
Angelina is the devil, and she want Brody and got the nerve to be praying.
Pictures. Gonna send
Always
pictures.
scheming.
They wait till you see him on the little rides, okay?
Yeah,
Don't worry about that.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just.
No, girl, just skedaddle. Come on, get on out of here. No, don't let that steal your joy. Now smooch your baby and get on. That's right, because he needs to lay down.
Thank you.
I love you.
She wants her to go so she can start plotting. Look at the fear in her face. Look at it, y'all. That's it. That's it. She did it. That's confirmation, y'all. That's confirmation. She changed that DNA test. Oh, Lord, look how heavy she breathing. That's it. That's it. And that's our answer. Angelina changed that DNA test. That's not Anthony's baby. Now the whole thing is, I don't know what she's plotting on. She has to find a way to get up out of this, or try to persuade Anthony not to go that route. She's gonna have a conversation with him next. I don't know when, but I believe she's gonna try to get to Anthony. Yeah. She's gonna try to get to him next before she tries anything else, to see if she can persuade him. It's crazy, y'all, but there you have it. For anybody that didn't doubt and think it was gonna come up about that paternity test, I knew she was scheming. I knew it. And then that also shows, because one of the things that now it almost goes to Jasmine changed the test from Arby. Did she swab the baby, or did she swab herself? Now, I don't know, because we really didn't see. We got the DNA from Arby. She handled it. She handled it as well. Gave him the results. She might have did something to the results. She might have did something to hers too, because if she didn't, it just proves that Arby wasn't the baby. Then we're gonna find out. I mean, wasn't the father. So now it's not Anthony's. The point is, who's the third party? Who's the third party, or did Jasmine change Arby's results? It's one or the other. There's another man involved, or it's Arby's and Jasmine's. Jasmine said that. Oh God, we got a lot yet to discover. Please don't drag this out for another year. We got to be done with this soon. Paternity test is coming down in about another week or two, a week or so. So yeah, we got to get down to that. All right, family, what you think? Put in the comments. Woo! That's all she wrote. Yeah, Angelina, we know now.